Tonight, it's all about things we never knew existed. Little boy, you came out of nowhere. And big girl, 4 months ago, we had zero idea you existed, and now our lives are fully blessed. Lots of blessings tonight, people. Lots of blessings and fun.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. I hope you all are well. I hope you all are doing good. Drop a comment below and just let us know. Let's share in this community. Let us know if you're having a hard time with something. Let us know if you're doing something cool. I think we should use this platform and this night, Wax Night, as a sense of community and support each other, encourage each other, have fun together. And that's what we're going to have tonight, because we're going to talk about Kiss avenues and items that at one point in our lives we never knew existed, and now we're enjoying them. Some of us well into our 50s, but we're enjoying them nonetheless. And that's the whole fun of this entire thing. That's the whole fun of Wax Night. That's the whole fun. Large Marge, Pee Wee, Strutter, Shandi, Kiss. Dogs Kiss nostalgia on Friday nights. Now let's HOTFACE. My HOTFACE this week is Phantom of the Park. And I know we're a little past Phantom era. We're into Smashes era. And the Elder. Thanksgiving is always Smashes and Elder for me. And next week we may talk Smashes as well, because it will be Thanksgiving weekend here in the US. So I'm on a Phantom kick because I've been completing my little albums here. And this is the sticker album I have completed last week. There's the Australian book label, diamond print, 2 diamond prints, and then those Italian Prism stickers. So I am starting a sticker book, and I realized I have quite a bit of kind of Phantom media that would go better in a book than on a shelf. And so I'm going to start a Phantom of the Park media book. That is my HOTFACE. That is my nerddom of the week. That is where I will be with, as Gene says, my little straitjacket on a Saturday night, having fun with Kiss. What is your HOTFACE? Leave those below, and let's wax.
Perfect.
So, things you never knew existed and now do. I'll start with things I never thought we would see ever, and that is the NECA figures that have just arrived of the little kids in their Halloween costumes, their Kiss 1978 Collegeville Halloween costumes. Yet these are NECA Ben Cooper crossover. I don't understand all that. That's probably logistics of some company trademarks, but Collegeville costumes, and these are amazing. And I will say, I'm not going to do any unboxing or anything like that. We've all seen these 1,000 times from everyone posting their shipment has arrived. These are, in my opinion, I've got a snorting Shandi behind me. These are the coolest Kiss release in decades. I'll go ahead and say that. Since the reunion tour, since the Todd McFarlane album, letter, action figures, these are the coolest Kiss release since then. I will say since 1996, these are the coolest figures to come out. This is the coolest merch to come out. I mean, these are just simply beautiful. And my favorite part of all of these are that they have the little solo album bag in there as their trick-or-treat bag. That is a genius idea and a wonderful addition to these very, very cool action figures. We'll take a look at each box here. And I noticed Kiss Museum has these listed again as pre-order. So I don't know if they're making another round of these. I know they sold out almost immediately, so these may be out there. If you haven't picked them up, you may be able to pick them up, and definitely check out Kiss Museum for their pre-order. But these are freaking sweet. My favorite part of these, the solo album bag. Let's take a look. I've said this time and time again with items that you never knew existed when you were younger. And when I was 16 and bought Love Gun on CD, collecting that wonderful back catalog. I hate when the disc is not straight. I'm such a dork. Collecting that back catalog on CD, high school collection, CD, when I bought Love Gun, zero idea that something like this would exist. An Argentina pressing Revolver de Amor blew my mind and opened up a wonderful world of foreign pressing Kiss collecting, and I absolutely love it. The coolest thing ever. From this to this in a lifetime of being a Kiss fan is a glorious thing, and Army kits are almost the exact same way. I know lately we've talked a lot about Army kits. Have patience with me because this is something I never thought I would ever see, never knew really existed, although logically, sure, they should exist, but definitely something I never thought I would hold and have in the Wax Night basement. And this is the creme de la creme, things I never knew existed. You know, I look back on my collecting days as a teenager, and throughout high school, it was basically music and movies and VHS. A lot of stuff we cover in the Wax Night book. Shameless plug, available on Amazon. The first chapters are pretty much music, magazines, VHS tapes. Wax Night. It's all about the fun of this journey we're on. So I will say, high school, teenage years was pretty much music, magazines, VHS, and then in college it became like collecting on a bigger scale. Belt buckles, posters, actual physical merch from merch forms, Mego dolls, and then you just further go down the rabbit hole. And I always kind of knew about Army kits, but never ever saw one in real life or thought about going down the rabbit hole until I watched Kiss My Collectibles on Army kits, and I was bitten by the bug. And they even stress how hard it is to collect these, and it's a longevity thing. It takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes piecing it together. And I fell down the rabbit hole and I loved it, and actually completed one kit, 79 Dynasty kit. But one thing I never really thought about until I purchased Elaine Belice and Per Strid's wonderful book, Demons of Rock Want You. I've pumped this book every week because this is a valuable resource, and I can't thank those two men enough for their hard work. But one thing I never knew existed until I bought this book were envelopes. The You Got Mail chapter featuring all of the Kiss Army envelopes. And of course, logically speaking, these Army kits had to get to a Kiss fan's house somehow, right? They didn't just ship that folder in the mail and it arrives at some kid's house. So I knew envelopes existed. Now, that was just something that I thought was so far out there that, like, dude, you're never going to find an envelope. That is, like, high-level, top-tier collector luck. You know, you're never going to find one of those. And as life works magically and in your favor, thank you, I was able to obtain a Army kit envelope, and it is the envelope for the kit I have completed. And it is just absolutely beautiful. When I look at it, I just smile. When I opened it, it's the one item I've gotten of merch in a very long time that when I opened it, I showed it to my wife and I said, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever ordered. And she even agreed. It's very cool. And her first words, of course, if you know my wife, her first words were, that person was a pack rat. And you have to be a pack rat to keep this stuff, because these things, especially to a 9-10-year-old kid, these things would have been tossed in the mail. Boom. don't need that anymore. I got this cool kit full of all this merch. But somebody saved their envelope, and it is now in the Wax Night house and will forever be celebrated. And we need to thank Kiss fan Dave Murphy for your Solo 79 kit envelope. I'm just blown away. Look at this. Like, carefully removed the label, probably with an iron, it looks like, maybe even. Or it just, I don't know. This guy must have been a pack rat and a pristine collector, because this envelope is in wonderful condition. And I'm not going to keep the actual army kit inside. I'm gonna kind of put a piece of cardboard in here, keep this flat, but I'm gonna keep it with the 79 kit, because now the 79 kit is fully complete. The way it was shipped to Dave Murphy of Eugene, Oregon. Dave, if you're out there, God bless you, and thank you so much, because your childhood, your teenage years are going to be forever celebrated in the Wax Night house. Things you never knew existed. This is the fun of Kiss collecting right here. Just this unbelievable, wonderful shit that falls into your life, and I couldn't be happier, and I am wonderfully blessed with this. Thank you, Dave Murphy. And I am wonderfully blessed with each of you who join me on Friday nights and talk nerd with me. Not a lot of people would, and I'm grateful for every one of you who leave a comment. I love waxing Kiss nostalgia with you Friday and Saturday nights. I read those comments on Friday, I comment back, I read those comments on Saturday, I comment back. It makes my weekend, and life can be a bear at times, and I look forward to this and this camaraderie and this fun every weekend, because we're making the world a good place, because we love this band, we love this kind of stuff, we love dogs, and I love each and every one of you. Thank you. I'm not quite sure how that's comfortable, but these dogs have been waiting to go outside this entire episode. Thank you for your patience, ladies and boys. Thank you for hanging with us and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night house. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon.